Welcome back to my channel. Nice to see you back again. If you're new, no. Welcome back to my channel. Nice to see you back again. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and also people who are subscribed as well, you know. Yeah, I really need to think of an intro, but welcome back to my channel. That's all I got for now. As you can see by today's title, I'm going to be talking about kind of friendship breakups, because I think a lot of times people tend to focus on romantic relationship, whatever breakups, and those are difficult too, don't get me wrong, but I feel like sometimes friendship breakups can be equally and if not even more difficult than kind of the relationship breakups, just purely because if you have a really good solid connection or bond with someone that you've known for a very long time, maybe you grew up together or whatever, it can be very difficult to kind of separate or sever that bond. Before we get into the video, please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Turn on your post notification bell as well so you are reminded every time I post a video. And let's get into today's video. Yeah, today I just you make me wanna jump, all my hands in a jump, all my hands in a jump, all my hands in a jump. Everybody shout, got my hands in shout. Everybody shout, 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 shout. Okay, let me stop. So usually friendship breakups tends to happen when maybe there's been people just grow apart. That's a common one. Or maybe people kind of, as you're growing, you kind of tend to, you know, change. So maybe you like things differently or you see things differently or whatnot, and then your communication might change as well. So how you would usually communicate with your friend might change. For me personally, my experiences, I feel that some of my relationships, my friendship relationships, have broken down purely because people get too complacent, I think, and get too comfortable with you maybe always showing up for them. I'm the type of person that, you know, I take the word friend quite seriously. I show up for friends. If you call me and say you need me, I'll drive down. If you're ill, whatever, you know, I'll come help you. If you're heartbroken and broken up with a partner or whatever, I'll come be there for you, talk to you, you know, make sure that you're listened to and you're heard. And I feel like some of the friendships that I've had in my life have become too comfortable with just receiving from me and not giving back. And I think that's one of the things that you need to bear in mind. If you're friends with someone, it's, again, similar to a romantic relationship. It's a two-way street. Any relationship is a two-way street, not just romantic relationships. So if you feel like you're always giving 100% or 90% or giving a lot more than your other friend is giving, then maybe you need to reanalyze that situation, because that could lead to things dissolving in terms of your relationship, your friendship. That could lead to that dissolving, and that's not what you want. You want someone who listens to you, who shows up for you, not just in the let's show up and turn up, party, 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 because life is hard. And even now, especially, where things are really hard for some people and you just need your friend to be able to be there for you without you always asking them as well. That's another thing. Obviously, it's good for you to communicate to them how you're feeling. But if your relationship is the kind of relationship where you've been friends for a very long time, like, you know, and they know your family, you know their family, and you tell them as well how you're feeling and they still don't respond, that might be something that, you know, you need to be wary of, and because that could lead to your friendship ending. Friendship breakups are difficult, like I said, and they tend to happen for various reasons. One of the main reasons is that, you know, people tend to just drift. Sometimes that kind of mutually happens where two people just change over the course of the years that they've known each other, and although they've had quite a good bond, they're just growing differently. They want different things for their lives, they're on different levels, and so that usually just happens where you drift apart. Those kind of friendship breakups are usually ones that aren't difficult to handle, because it's kind of like we recognize that, okay, we're not as close as we used to be anymore. It's no bad blood, we're just kind of like not vibing that way anymore. But, you know, you never know what the future brings, because life has a funny thing of like making things into situations that you don't expect. So you could probably just come back together as friends again in the future. And communication is also another one. Being able to communicate with your friend how you're feeling, what's going on, outside of like, let's have fun, come to my house, let's hang out, chill, you need to have a friend who shows up for you. And I think this is one of the points that people tend to kind of fall down on, because like I said before, people get too comfortable once they've known someone for a while, that they see them as a friend. They feel that, oh well, this person is my friend, and I can just show up half-heartedly, or whatever the case is. Sometimes they don't even think that, they just, I guess, it's so hardwired in them, they don't realize they're doing it. But it's so important to be able to communicate effectively with your friend. Speak to them honestly and truthfully, and tell them how you're feeling. Tell them that you want your relationship to improve. But then also to the friend, they need to be able to listen to you and accept you wholeheartedly as well, or at least try to, because that could also reduce like a lot of the friendship discord that could happen between people. If you feel like you're in a friendship with someone who is always taking from you, you need to step back, because that person isn't a friend. That's more of like an assignment. And if you're not kind of ready to help that person, or if you're not at the position where you're okay with just giving to someone, you really want that friend, then that kind of dynamic isn't gonna work, and you can end up harming yourself or causing more hurt to yourself than it's worth. At the end of the day, we're not all social workers, we're not all psychologists, we're not all therapists. So if someone's always taking from you in the sense that they're always taking your advice, or taking the fact that you always have time to listen to them, or have time to console them, that's not really a friendship, and that's something that you also need to recognize as well. Friends are like, again, like relationship, it's a give and take situation, and you have to have people who hold you there through the good, but also hold you there through the difficult times as well. Once a friendship breakup has happened, I think one of the things I would advise is just to accept it. Just like with anything in life, you just accept it for what it is. If it's meant to be that, in a few years' time, perhaps life will just allow you guys to cross paths again, that's great. But if it's a case of, it ended quite badly, the friendship breakup ended quite badly in the sense that maybe you wanted to express how you were feeling, or vice versa, and you just couldn't see eye to eye, just let it be, because you don't want to add more fuel to whatever the situation is. You don't want to make it even bigger than what it is. So I would just say definitely let it be for a friendship breakup. That's the first thing. And then direct your attention to yourself. Focus on yourself. You have so many more other qualities inside of you other than just that one aspect of a friend. There are other friendships that you probably have in your life as well. So maybe that friendship that was draining your energy and was causing a lot of issues in your life, you can take that energy and direct that into some of the other friendships that you have, and maybe watch how that grows, and watch how that blossoms into something that is strong and healthy for you as well. Like I said before, life has a funny way of kind of redirecting and doing weird things in our lives to kind of put us on certain paths. So if something isn't working on one path, just let it be, let life do what it has to do. If it's a case of it's just a learning curve for the both of you, and you both need to learn individually, then that's great. You'll probably come back and be friends again. But if it's not, and maybe, life is the situation is that you're not really meant to be in each other's lives, or you're kind of past the reason why you were in each other's lives is now gone, has been and gone, then it's time to move on. And part of moving on is redirecting some of that energy back into yourself, back into your other friendships, even your family, and kind of reinvesting almost back into your life. So that's the second thing I would say. And then the third thing I would say is just forgive, to be honest. In fact, the first thing I would say is to forgive. Forgive whatever the situation was, forgive whatever caused the heartache. If it ended badly, chances are there's a lot of hurt there, probably on both sides, whether people like to express it or not. But try and forgive, because part of forgiving will help you also move on. It won't hold you or keep you stuck to that situation, whatever happened. It'll kind of, it's almost like, when you go to the grocery store and you've got all these different bags that you've been shopping, it's almost like allowing you to just put some of the bags down because it's too heavy, just like wiping the slate clean if you start again with some new people in your life. So those are some of the things that I would suggest. I've had, like I said, some people in my lives where, how many lives have I got? I've had some people in my life where, you know, I've definitely felt taken advantage of. I've definitely felt like I've given more, and even when I've tried to explain kind of how they've made me feel and express kind of like they've not been there for me, it just doesn't seem to work out. Like, it's like it goes in one ear and out the other, or it's just like they then kind of get defensive and then they argue back, when actually I'm just trying to tell you, like, you're supposed to be my friend. I needed you at this point and you weren't there for me, just like how when you needed me at all these different points, I was there for you. But I mean, I don't ever want to get to the point where I'm just like point scoring, like I was there for you this and this, because I really easily could do that. But I don't think it doesn't benefit, no one benefits from it. It's not helpful for the situation anyway. So I would just say I've definitely experienced that, but focusing on myself, coming out from some of the friendship breakups and just focusing on myself has made life so much easier for me, because it's like before I would feel like I was chasing people. I wanted people to be my friend, and I wanted people, you know, I didn't want to let some certain bonds go. But sometimes holding on to unhealthy bonds actually harms you more than it heals you. You know, you might feel like you have someone that you've known for a very long time and you vibe and, you know, you're more like family now. But actually, like I said, people change, and or maybe it's the case that people haven't changed. You just see them for what they are after many, many years, which is a possibility, you know? So rather than holding on to what you think is so familiar and what you think is supposed to be in your life, who you think is supposed to be in your life, just allow life to do its thing. Take a step back, really, truly, and watch what happens. So if you mean a lot to someone, they will reach out. And if they don't, you know, maybe they have things going on in their lives or whatever, but at the same time, if they have something going on in their life, if you're that friend to them, they wouldn't just, you know, you'll hear from them. If you take a step back and you don't hear from that person, they don't wonder, oh God, like, why are we not talking, or why haven't we spoken in a while, then sometimes people say silence speaks volumes. So maybe that's your answer, and then you can direct your attention elsewhere. But those are just some of the things that I wanted to mention, some of the things I just wanted to talk about. Very quick video. Don't be down if you are going through a friendship breakup. It gets better. There's plenty of people in the world who want to be your friend, because there's plenty of qualities that you have in yourself. You just have to pour that energy into other people. Let them see you for who you are, and invest in good people, healthy people, people who want to grow with you, who want to learn with you, and who want to truly be your friend. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until the next video, your girl is out.